Back to Black Site tonight. We're going to talk about Trump cabinet picks. No blacks allowed. First, I would like for you to subscribe to this channel, hit that like button, hit that notification button, but also comment on this video. When the Republican Party and Donald Trump said there will be no DEI hires, that meant there will be no black people hired in his immediate and top administration. You have not seen one person, Tim Scott, Byron Donald, anybody else elevated to one of the top cabinet positions. But I'm not shocked. He said this all along. The Republicans talked about this in Congress day after day after day. And they meant what they were saying, that there wouldn't be no DEI hires. And basically there would be no black hires. You have Marco Rubio, who's Cuban. You have Stephen Chung. You know he's Asian, Tulsi Gabbard. But you have no one of African descent in this administration. But this is what happens when you make a solid move against the Democrat Party. The Democrat Party will learn from the mistakes that they made in this election, and they will come to the table with black men and the black community so in 2028 they possibly can retake the White House. But sometimes you have to take a step back to take a step forward. I know a lot of people don't want to hear that, but we have to show that you must respect our vote, respect what we're saying, and also make it part of your agenda that you respond when we speak. We may have to go into the wilderness for 4 years. That's okay. We've been through worse in America. But I will tell you this. This has proven what they have said all along, that they are going to deport millions of migrants. They are going to go after some of their hardened enemies within the federal government. This here is Donald Trump's LBJ administration, in which he hired all his cronies basically to live out his plans of his presidency. He will not make the mistakes that he made in his first presidency by hiring people from the Republican establishment. He will hire everybody that he knows belongs on his team, and that's all he cares about. So his agenda can be implemented. I personally thought that Byron Donald was his best speaker. He was his best advocate. He was on I repeat, every television network trying to get black people and black men especially to come out and vote for Trump. And I believe that's why he won by the margins that he won by getting those black votes and those Hispanic votes and Asian votes that gave him the victory against Kamala Harris. But now that we see how this administration is rounding out, you see where it's going, now you can look back and say, hey, this is what you get, Democrats, when you don't advocate for FBA, ADOS, you don't want to talk about reparations, you don't want to talk about pressing issues in the black community, you just want us to come out and vote and give us nothing. That is not how it works. And this is what you have gotten. Yes, it's going to hurt black people, but we will come out stronger on the other side of this issue. We will come out stronger politically because now they see they have to bend the knee to the black community, the black male, and black male leadership. Not bypass us for women, not bypass us for other ethnic groups. We are the most important. We are the ones who give you 85% to 90% of our vote. So if you would have received those votes in this election, you possibly could have beat Donald Trump. But you disrespected us. You thought that we would automatically come to the polls and vote for a cosplaying black woman that everybody knows she's not black. She's Indian. You played in our face. You thought that we were still ignorant. You thought we were still in the wilderness. But we came out. And so now that we see how Trump's administration is, White House staff is looking, and we see there's no black hires, we see there's no DEI hires, we see all this. We could have expected this. This is okay because we know when everything is said and done, we will come out better on the other side. That's how you got to think. So they may have won this battle, but eventually we can win the war, especially politically. If we stand our ground, we don't look desperate, and like we said, we have to let them know. We know that nobody's on our team. We know we have no friends. That was proven in this election. They wanted to blame black males because Kamala lost. But that's not it. You have to blame yourself for not having an agenda, not having anything that somebody can grasp onto and say, hey, we're going out by the millions and vote for this woman. It never happened. She couldn't even explain herself, her agenda to black men and the American people. She lost this election. The Democrats lost this election. Their billionaire financiers lost this election. But now we have to deal with this circumstance that we don't see any blacks in this administration. Yes, we see women, we see certain minorities, but you don't see no FBAs or ADOS. And that's sad to see, but this is what happens. And we were willing to live with this as men and women. So this is what the situation is. You see how the ground is shaping. You see what they're ready to do. You see who's going to be the point man in the administration, Stephen Miller. Okay, Susie Wales, Carolyn Levitt. Those are going to be the three people pushing out the agenda to the American people. And all we have to do is present ourselves in the future with our agenda to the Democrat Party or the Republican Party and see how they accept what we are giving. I would love to hear your comments in the comments section. I want to thank you for listening to Black Site. Hope you subscribe to this channel, smash that like button, but also please come back and share this video.